Start your year off right with non-toxic kitchenware so you can ditch the chemicals and make healthier cooking a piece of cake. With our exclusive discount, you can now save on the full suite of Caraway products, including food storage, tea kettles, and mini cookware. The internet-famous cookware set is a staple for any home and comes in multiple colors to fit with any design aesthetic. Caraway's home non-toxic kitchenwares are all designed for the modern home and feature a chemical-free ceramic coating, so food can be prepared with peace of mind that no hard-to-pronounce compound will leach into your healthy ingredients. All sets can be equipped with easy-access storage solutions so that no stacking is required. Gone are the days of misplacing your lids. Over 30,000 people have raved about Caraway Kitchen, and now it's time to try it for yourself. I love our Caraway Kitchen sets, and I even love the stackable solutions that they created because I always lose my lids. Visit carawayhome.com/TLC to take advantage of this limited time offer for 10% off your next purchase. This deal is exclusive for our listeners, so visit carawayhome.com/TLC or use code TLC at checkout. Caraway, non-toxic cookware made modern.
Did you know that masturbation isn't anything to be ashamed of, and there are many benefits to exploring your body, whether on your own or with a partner? Our sponsor, Love Honey, can help you reach new heights with your self-pleasure. At Love Honey, you can explore sex toys with expert guides and advice, especially if you're a beginner or looking to level up. If you've never tried a clitoral stimulator, you're missing out. Luckily, Love Honey offers a brand called Womanizer that revolutionized sex toys. Guys, I've got a womanizer. It's got multiple levels. It's easy to use. They're waterproof. They're discreet. Go check it out. Come on. The Womanizer Premium 2 uses patent pleasure air technology, making it an amazingly powerful pleasure product that can stimulate the sensitive nerve endings of the clitoris with gentle airwaves for mind-blowing orgasms. With the Womanizer Premium 2, you can have different lover every night. With a variety of settings, sensations, and intensities, you can live out limitless fantasies. The amazing autopilot function means a new experience is one button press away. It's about experimentation and discovery, and guess what? It's all about the orgasms. Your pleasure is in your complete control, and as the ultimate pleasure air toy on the market, it's as versatile as you are. Waterproof, rechargeable, reliable, silent. You defined your luxury moment. And take it. And right now, lovehoney.com is offering our listeners 20% off your order when you enter code ThinkLoud20 at checkout if you use our link in the description. That's lovehoney.com, LOVEHONEY, and use code ThinkLoud20 to get 20% off these delicious toys. Lovehoney.com. Code is ThinkLoud20. Welcome to the Think Loud Crew podcast. We are three moms coming together to express ourselves in a safe space that we have created for ourselves.
Amen.
On the topics of parenting, lifestyle, growth, and, our daily, consistent, weekly, second, nanosecond WTF moments. Because this week has been like, I just feel like, like people like you getting dick slapped.
Yeah.
Like, I just feel like it's just like,
I've been dick slapped since Monday, and I want to fucking kill everybody.
And
oh my God.
I'm going to hug Shannon for a moment because
all I have to say for this week is just please pray for me. I'm not ready to share my full-on WTF from this week, but I will eventually. And all I have to say is, like, please, please, please just keep me in your prayers or just send me all your good, positive energy because this week has been fucking weekend.
Yeah.
It is weekend. And I... Yo, even
This week
morning,
is wild.
Even this morning, me and Parker were both just screaming and crying.
I text Cheyenne. I was like, "Is this one of those like Mercury retrograde?
Yeah,
weeks?
there has
Is there
to be
something
something going
I
on.
saw something that somebody was like, "Is it retrograding in Gatorade today this week?" Like,
I was like,
I
I don't know
there's
how
something
this
going on.
works, but like, what is going on? It's not just the three of us. It's like outside people that I've
Yeah.
talked to, and I'm like, wait,
yeah, everything is
not
fucking
everybody
off.
can be having this shit-tastic
Yeah.
of a day, week.
I posted a picture in the middle of my like, what the hell is happening? And it's literally me in the car and my hair is soaking and my
Soaked.
face just reads it all. And people were like, are you gonna have story time and tell us what the hell happened? And I was like, I responded to someone was like, yeah, but I'm just still trying to process like what is going on with my life right now.
Yes.
And I think that's where I'm at with it. I just realized that there's hair. I mean, that I have this piece of paper in my hair, but I have a shoot. I have a shoot later, so I'm gonna leave that piece of paper in my hair.
Hey, I'm here for the piece of paper in your hair. I understand
Thanks.
Yeah.
I've had a long week. I've had a stressful week, and I've had a really weird week. And Ryder's
Yeah.
been sick for the past few days. She's better today, thank God. But like for 5 days, she was down. Like 4 of those days, she couldn't even walk.
Yeah, she's
Really?
really
Like her
lethargic.
joints hurt so bad. She was so
Aw,
lethargic. So we're
Mama.
literally carrying her to go to the bathroom. At one point, she asked me if I could put a diaper on her because it just hurt so bad. So
Oh my god.
I'm just like,
Is this a VLCAD flare?
yeah. So when Rye gets sick, it's not like a normal kid getting
Mhm.
sick who has like a healthy, like who's just like a normal healthy kid who gets sick. You know what I mean? Like, so she fights things
Yeah.
differently. So when she gets sick now that she's older, she expresses like her body hurts. Like her back hurts from her spine, her elbows hurt, her knees hurt. Her energy is just zapped. Like she slept for like 12 hours the other day, and it was the point where I was checking her breathing because I'm like, you
Are
shouldn't
you
be
okay?
Yeah.
sleep this long. But she's so lethargic, just completely out of it. And this one was like one of the worst ones where like she like if you touch her, it hurts.
She was zapped.
It was just like crazy to watch. And even like Ace has a nanny. Isabel was looking at me like, what are we doing? Like, what do we do?
Yeah.
She was like
She was-
freaking out.
Yeah.
And she hasn't really seen it
Because she's never seen Ryder like that. And then I'm trying to explain it to her, and I'm trying to explain it to the school. And I just have a question because I feel like my kid has missed like 30 days of school this year. Has anybody else's kids missed hella fucking school? Because
Yeah, Cheyenne,
Ryder
they were talking about this, and I was
is
confused.
always sick. Like from when she started kindergarten, she is sick every other week. Every
Yeah,
other week.
I feel like when Parker first started like school, I feel like school you get the bug a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're always like you feel like your kids come home from school and like they're snotty or there's like
Yeah.
something. I was just talking to a parent yesterday and he was like, I've been sick since November with my kids.
That's how I feel.
He was like,
Yeah.
we haven't caught your break. He was like, one kid will bring something, cough in my mouth, and we're all sick.
Oof.
He was like, and he has 3 kids, and he's like, one of them little shits is always sick, and I'm always like, he's like, I don't understand. He's like, it's just an ongoing
But
thing.
is it is it the COVID kids? Like I feel like Ryder, when COVID started, that was when she was in pre-K.
Yeah.
So she didn't do that first year of school, so I kept her home.
Yeah.
And then she did like the second pre-K stage, but they wore masks the whole time. So
Yeah.
she never got sick then. But I'm like, okay, maybe all the kids in her age group were so used to wearing masks that their immune systems, like they didn't
They
pass
need to
those
build them
germs in
back,
the beginning.
yeah.
So this is the first year that she's really in school without a mask. So maybe now she's getting everything. I don't know. But I swear the school is looking at me like, girl, your kid is gone for half the school year, basically. And I'm looking at them like, you think I want to pay all this money and keep her
right.
home?
Yeah.
No.
I'm
No.
not shooting the shit. We're not fucking playing with each other. Like,
Right.
And you told them
She's
about
sick.
her
What do you mean
condition.
no?
Right.
I don't want her to
Literally.
stay home as much as she doesn't want to stay home. Like,
How many kids are in her classroom? Like her
Um,
homeroom?
probably like less than 20.
Yeah.
I'm like, maybe, I don't know. What
I
about
don't know, but I
Parker?
asked another
the
mom,
same.
and they said their
Okay.
kid is always sick too. But it takes Ryder longer
to recover.
to recover.
Yeah.
So some of these kids will be out for 2 days with like the stomach bug or a cold, where it takes Ryder like a week to recover.
Yeah, to really get
Mhm.
back being better.
So
I'm
I've been dealing
sorry.
with a sick kid all week, and not like a normal sick kid, like carrying this big ass kid around. Like,
Yeah, it's been a lot of because we went to the house, the boys and I, and I just kept telling boss, okay, we're gonna be gentle with Ryder, and Ryder kept wanting Zaire to come sit with her for a while. She just kept saying Zai, and so we were just all gentle, watch movies, chill, and we filmed that day. And then later on that day, we went to go. I was taking Boz to go ride scooters with one of Ryder's classmates who lives in the same neighborhood as Cheyenne, the same community. And Boz was like, "Oh, I'm gonna take the blue one. Ryder's got the pink one." And I was like, "Oh, Ryder's staying here." And he was like, "Why is Ryder staying here?" And I said, "She doesn't feel well." Boz said, "Huh? What's wrong with her?" And I said, "Boz, you haven't noticed? Like we've been, Ryder's been sitting
Ryder
down
hasn't
all
moved
day.
all
Ryder hasn't
day."
moved." And he was like, "I just thought we were relaxing. Like I thought we were chilling. Like
said,
and
nah.
but it was so good because he was like, "Well, what's wrong with her? What are her symptoms?"
Yeah.
And I was like, it just
Not what her symptoms.
He would go and check on her.
yeah,
Because,
after that he was like,
Yeah.
"What's going on with my sister?" Like
Yeah.
he knows it's his cousin, but it's so cute. I love it because Ryder's like, Boz will be like, "No, that's my sister. Like, are you okay?" Like,
yeah. Or like
yeah.
Ryder would ask if the kids were all gonna go to the playroom. She'd be like, "Well, just lay me like in the ball pit or something," so she could just really watch them. But then she'd fall asleep within 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Like her body just
She's
could
just
not.
really,
tired,
she's
yeah.
tired.
Like it couldn't handle it. So it was just really stressful. And then on top of that, I've been filming every day. And then on top of that, Zach got sick. So now it's like 2 sick babies in the house.
So when Ryder has I know her birthday is coming up, and you guys usually do like a yearly genetics appointment.
It's in April.
So what other appointments do you guys?
She has her full blood labs to make sure that her medication is right as far as the carnitine she takes. And then she has heart echoes, and then she has like a kidney check, basically, to make sure her heart's not enlarged, to make sure her kidneys are fine. And then the blood labs are just to see like what's going on with her, if everything, like if her levels are good. Because she's been sick so much, and because her joints just do not react well when she's sick, this time, like, I'm kind of curious to see if her labs are going to read different for any reason.
Yeah.
Because I know before, like, her labs were...
This last one, they upped her carnitine because they said her
Okay.
carnitine level was really low. But we've been taking the medicine now, so I'm like, okay, is it fixed? Not fixed, but is it going to be, like, better, or is it going to be worse? Because when she is sick, she has zero energy, and carnitine helps your energy level.
I was just going to ask.
So I'm just like, I'm
Maybe
kind of curious this time.
Now that she's
what it
getting
is.
older, and it's like she does have a more full schedule. She's got, she's around her siblings. She's in school. She's got
active.
activities. Filming wears on the kids too. So it's, I know it's like one appointment a year. Do you think you'll
Well, no, we
increase
do
to,
it
like,
every
twice a
6
year?
months.
Okay. So that's gonna be my question.
We do it every 6 months, or she'll get like emergency labs. Like let's say I communicate with her genetic doctor and her pediatrician when she's sick. Yesterday was kind of like that borderline day of like, okay, if she doesn't start to get better, then we have to take her in.
Yeah.
So like if we were to take her in, then she would have gotten like emergency labs done.
Is she like able to eat? Like,
the first few days she wasn't really. She didn't hold anything down. She just she threw up so much that she ruptured the blood vessels in her face.
Yeah.
Oh, mama.
So her face was all like had these like
was it,
red.
Like
I don't know, some word I couldn't say. But
I don't know.
It's
So
like
it was right here.
Yeah, it's like if you vomit so much, it ruptures these blood vessels. So her face was all like broken out from it. So she was finally able to hold food down, but then she has like really bad coughs, which doesn't help the rupturing. It just like heightens it even more. So it's almost like a bruise. Like you have to wait for it to heal. So I told her teacher, she went back to school today for the first time.
Oh, good.
Was she happy?
She cried yesterday that I didn't let her go to school, but I'm like, I need to see you.
You need
And
rest.
today was book fair. They had their book
Today
fair
was
today.
the book fair. Today her leprechaun trap was due, and I think that if I kept her home, she would have just
lost
it.
Yeah.
So I talked to her teacher. Her teacher knows like to call me if like anything, They all know what she has. But I also had to explain to the teacher, like, her face,
Right.
Right.
Ryder looked like she'd been through
like,
it.
her face looks
Like,
fucked up right
she
now. Like,
looked-
I don't know how else to put it.
She's
Like,
like,
Yeah.
I promise I didn't.
yeah, like, her face looks like bruised. It looks like bloody spots everywhere. Like, it's, like, a lot
Like-
going on. So I had to explain to her teacher, like, she has ruptured blood vessels.
Yeah.
And her teacher was like, what the fuck? Like,
And Ryder's probably like,
and Ryder's like,
here's
my
my
leprechaun
here's my
shirt."
leprechaun.
right.
And there's and grandma's here because it was
Yeah.
the book fair this morning.
It was
My
like the
mom went-
grandparent book
grandparent
fair.
book fair.
Oh, good. So I'm happy your mom was there. to be
Yeah,
with her.
so my mom also explained to the teacher, and the teacher's texting me all day long, and I'm just, it's a lot. So last night I put up this thing because I was having all this mom guilt.
Mhm.
So I put up a post on our page asking, like,
I saw that.
mom
yeah.
guilt. Y'all, some of the things that people are saying, I'm just like, I feel that. Oh, I fucking feel that.
Yeah.
I feel that. And then I'm like, whoa, that's scary. Or like, some I'm like, oh my God. But there was one that resonated with me that I didn't repost yet because I didn't have a response.
Ooh,
And it
what
was a
is it?
question. And they said, hold on, I don't want to say it wrong. So let me go to it because I was like, I want to bring this up and I want to get your guys' opinions on it. Because I took it one way and I want to see how you take it. Hold on, let me find it. Okay. So I put up, let me read what I put up. It says, mom guilt, let's talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
And we could read some of the other responses, but this one I was like, I want to bring
I like
up.
that you put that up too.
Yeah.
Oh, I was feeling it last
I
night.
was feeling mom guilt yesterday too. So when I saw that you put that up, I was like,
yeah.
I said,
oh,
Cheyenne, are you
wow.
feeling my energy right
Yeah,
now?
that was
Literally.
my energy.
It
I just
was
felt so
crazy.
guilty. Yesterday when Ryder was crying about not going to school, I just felt so guilty. But anyway, it says, I have guilt for not having guilt. You get that? And I laid in the bed for like a long time and I'm like, do I get that? I have
You
guilt.
have
I have guilt for not having mom
guilt.
guilt.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what does that mean?
Sometimes it could, like, to me when I first hear it, like, it made me think of like a detachment. Like there's some
She's
kind
not.
of
She doesn't have that
like,
guilt.
I don't
that
feel
most,
guilty, but it's not necessarily a negative detachment.
Right.
It doesn't have to be negative.
But I took it negative.
I feel like I'm
Yeah.
taking it negative. She's feeling like she doesn't have guilt.
She's feeling
She's
guilty for
just
not feeling
feeling
guilty.
guilty.
Yeah.
Right.
She's like, I don't
feel it.
I don't feel anything.
Yeah, there could be a lack of like emotional connection
Like you said,
or
detachment.
Yeah.
detachment. Like
And I wonder if that mom is a new mom
Maybe going through
Mhm.
postpartum.
going through postpartum because
maybe we should
at
ask
those-
them, like do a personal message of just
'Cause at
like
those
a
moments,
check-in.
at those moments when you're a new mom, sometimes you are detached.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't
Shit,
know how.
Sometimes when you're an old mom.
Yeah.
That is true.
A grandparent
Shit,
6
right.
times in.
Because sometimes I don't know if I can answer that though. If I
Yeah.
ever have.
Yeah.
There was another one that I saw that resonated with me. And it said, not being the best mom, wife, employee, friend, because I have to spread myself so thin.
I feel that.
And I was like, I feel like that. Did you guys see any that stuck out to you or
I
that like
didn't really read
resonated
any
with
of them.
you?
I'm gonna say yesterday, my mom Gail. Well, it wasn't even like, yeah, it was mom Gail, but I've just been trying to like pick up the pieces. So moving, the weather has been really choppy and it's been raining, so I haven't been
Mhm.
able to really like move how I want to. And Boz was like, "Mom, I'm ready to go home." And at first, I was like, "Oh shit, what's he about to say? Like, where's home?"
Yeah.
And this is when we were at Cheyenne's house. He was like, "Yeah, I'm ready to go. I want to go to Grandma's house." And I said, "Okay." And then he was like, later on, he was like, "When are we going to our house?" And I was like, "Boss," and I was like, trying to like ask him without being like, I just trying to feel him out. Like, if he
Yeah.
wanted to
Are
go
you
back to
trying? Are you talking about
DC.
DC or not?
And he was like, "No, your house, mommy. Like, where's our house?" And
Yeah.
I was like, "Okay."
He's looking for like his
He's
stability.
not asking to go back to DC in any shape, form, or fashion. And recently he keeps telling me, "I hate winter. Winter's stupid, mom." And I'm like, "Bro," and then he'll be like, "Okay, we don't use that word, but
I'm just telling you.
I'm letting you know I don't like winter, and it's a dumb idea."
Start your year off right with non-toxic kitchenware so you can ditch the chemicals and make healthier cooking a piece of cake. With our exclusive discount, you can now save on the full suite of Caraway products, including food storage, tea kettles, and mini cookware. The internet-famous cookware set is a staple for any home and comes in multiple colors to fit with any design aesthetic. Caraway's home non-toxic kitchenwares are all designed for the modern home and feature a chemical-free ceramic coating, so food can be prepared with peace of mind that no hard-to-pronounce compound will leach into your healthy ingredients. All sets can be equipped with easy access storage solutions so that no stacking is required. Gone are the days of misplacing your lids. Over 30,000 people have raved about Caraway Kitchen, and now it's time to try it for yourself. I love our Caraway Kitchen sets, and I even love the stackable solutions that they created because I always lose my lids. Visit carawayhome.com/TLC to take advantage of this limited time offer for 10% off your next purchase. This deal is exclusive for our listeners, so visit carawayhome.com/TLC or use code TLC at checkout. Caraway, non-toxic cookware made modern.
Did you know that masturbation isn't anything to be ashamed of, and there are many benefits to exploring your body, whether on your own or with a partner? Our sponsor, Love Honey, can help you reach new heights with your self-pleasure. At Love Honey, you can explore sex toys with expert guides and advice, especially if you're a beginner or looking to level up. If you've never tried a clitoral stimulator, you're missing out. Luckily, Love Honey offers a brand called Womanizer that revolutionized sex toys. Guys, I've got a womanizer. It's got multiple levels. It's easy to use. They're waterproof. They're discreet. Go check it out. Come on. The Womanizer Premium 2 uses patent pleasure air technology, making it an amazingly powerful pleasure product that can stimulate the sensitive nerve endings of the clitoris with gentle airwaves for mind-blowing orgasms. With the Womanizer Premium 2, you can have different lover every night. With a variety of settings, sensations, and intensities, you can live out limitless fantasies. The amazing autopilot function means a new experience is one button press away. It's about experimentation and discovery, and guess what? It's all about the orgasms. Your pleasure is in your complete control, and as the ultimate pleasure air toy on the market, it's as versatile as you are. Waterproof, rechargeable, reliable, silent. You defined your luxury moment. And take it. And right now, lovehoney.com is offering our listeners 20% off your order when you enter code ThinkLoud20 at checkout if you use our link in the description. That's lovehoney.com, LOVEHONEY, and use code ThinkLoud20 to get 20% off these delicious toys. Lovehoney.com. Code is ThinkLoud20.
Yesterday I went and put our bed together. I started putting all the boys' bed together, and it's like a tree house bunk bed. And I was like, let me wait for help. My mom was like, let one of the guys help you, because it's real wood and it's heavy as shit.
Mm-hmm.
But I did it. Dropped part of it at one point, but like I did it. It was me, my drill. I had a little joint because I was like, I needed some extra motivation, some mom. I was trying to just decrease my anxiety in that moment.
Yeah.
And it's like, and I needed to cry because I'm still going through it. And I've had to just keep face for my kids, you know?
Mm-hmm.
My mom guilt right now is stemming from not being able to take care of myself in the moments sometimes that I need to take care of myself, because I'm looking at my two beautiful sons and I'm like, smiles, like,
Yeah.
you know, and it's not even all smiles, because I've, you know, Boz and I have talked, like, we've both had a rough few weeks, and we'll talk about, hey, today was not an easy day, but tomorrow's going to be a better day. Like, we're going to get this done. So it's, like, sometimes I feel guilty for, I feel guilty for what's going on right now, but it's out of my control.
Yeah.
It's
And
for sure out of your
so
I feel like a lot of
okay,
things that
like,
people were saying on here are things that are
Yeah,
all out of our
I'm
people's
reading
control.
some that I'm
like-
resonating with. There's one that says, when my mom has more patience with, I guess I'm assuming her daughter, after I come home from work.
Mm.
And that right there, because I feel like after a long day at a shoot, driving from Malibu back to Pasadena, which is crazy, and you have traffic and all this other stuff, and I come home and I'm just like, come on, Parker, let's go. And then sometimes he'll be like, Mom, but you didn't even say hi to me yet. And I'm just like, come on. I want to go back in the back house. I want to go back in, like, I just need to get, and my parents always have her like, it's okay, Parker. And they're always soft and like calm and like, take your time, Parker, get your shoes on. And I'm like, get your shoes on. Come on. What are you doing? Hurry up. So
I get that.
I do have that mom guilt as well, because my parents for sure have more patience than I do sometimes with Parker. And I'm always like rough and like ready. And then I have to realize, like, damn, he hasn't seen me all day.
Yeah.
Damn, he probably wants me to just give him a hug and say, hey, what's up, Park? Like,
There was one that I read and I thought about you.
huh? Which one?
Don't be offended.
No,
but I
don't.
feel like a lot of
I
your
need to go
stories
back.
where you and Parker are having a rough time is during this time. It said, when I lose my patience with my child in the morning before school.
Yo.
I was like,
And Parker likes to wake up early.
Yo.
I'm like, Shannon.
I will. That was today. That was literally today. This boy, he woke up, like, usually, I don't know what switch happened, because my patience in the morning with this boy is not it anymore. Maybe because he sleeps in my bed and I don't get the best sleep, and like whatever the case may be. But today I lost my patience, and I had the worst mom guilt, because he's going through a lot right now, and so like I had the worst guilt, but I for sure was screaming. Yo.
Y'all, we need to put a GoPro in Shannon's car for the morning rides with Parker just to check in.
Wait, have
It
y'all
was this
ever had
morning,
a...
and it was to the point this morning where I had to walk out of my house.
I was gonna say,
I
what
went
was your-
outside I had to stand in front of my front door and breathe the beautiful rain air so I could collect myself before I went off. And so like, and Parker was like, Mom, I heard him inside the house. Mom, Mom, where are you, Mom?
I was gonna say, have you guys ever had a moment where you kind of had your moment and your kid was just kind of like,
Looking at you?
are you done? Like,
No, because my kid's like,
Yeah.
Yeah, Boz has hit me with that a few times. He'll be like, are you finished being crazy, Mom? And I was like, whoa. And he was like, okay, let's go. And I was like, oh, this was very mature of you. You let me like
You let me
have
do
my
it.
moment.
yeah.
And then you
Yeah.
were like, let's go. But then it's because I swear I'd be looking at these ladies on Instagram, like the parenting tips, and like when your kids have tantrums, I've been trying to use it. It may not work in the moment with us, but like I try and use it with myself as well.
Like
'cause-
when you're having an adult
Tantrum?
tantrum?
yeah, sometimes I'll have like, I'm not literally having an adult tantrum, like I'm not doing the
But
same
I
thing
get what
Bob
you
does,
mean.
but like
Yeah.
my emotions are like
Hi.
Yeah.
all over the
You're
place.
overstimulated.
And I'll try and use it, and Boss will be sitting there watching me like,
I for sure
Okay.
cried this morning. I cried this morning in the kitchen while I was making lunch. And Parker,
Not while I was making
Just out
lunch.
of
Parker,
nowhere.
just because this morning was,
You've
this
gone
week
through
has
it.
been, when I tell you guys, pray for me, because this week
Yeah.
is not okay.
yeah.
And I was just crying, and Parker was on the couch. He popped his head up. He said, are you okay, Mom? And then we just started crying together.
Oh, y'all, we need to go check in on
Okay.
Shannon and Parker.
Shannon's not ready to talk, but I kind of want to share what Cheyenne and I went through the other day.
Oh,
Can
are
I-
we done with mom guilt stuff? Because I feel like that's a whole other subject.
It could be your WTF
I kind of want like
later.
a pick me up. The mom guilt is like is
But I don't think that it's a bad thing.
It's not a
I
bad
think
thing.
that
I
it
think
needs to
it's
be
for
normalized.
sure.
I
for
think that it
sure.
has to be talked about, because I feel like
Okay.
a lot of the things that people are saying, I relate to so much, and it's like, why don't we talk about this stuff?
And I think that it's a guilty thing for moms to feel a certain type of way, because we are the head, but it's okay for us to feel down. It's okay for us to have these guilty things of working too much, because I see a lot of that in here. Like,
yeah, a lot of working
we-
ones.
This one was interesting.
sometimes
to me.
you, like, I know all three of us, we work our asses off. We have multiple things that we do.
Yeah.
My job takes me away from like my kid, so I don't see my kid that often. And some weeks I can't take him to school or pick him up, and I'm waking him up at 5:30 in the morning. you know, and he's like, what are you doing? What, like, so he can't sleep for, you know,
Right.
so he's waking up at the crack of dawn, like,
Hey.
fuck.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and I'm already in like that mode, but I'm so blessed that I live right near my parents and that I'm able to have that handoff. But I feel guilty and all the time when I have to work.
Yeah. I just feel like there's certain things that need to be like normalized within conversations within moms and safe
Yeah.
spaces. And the same way that moms are so quick to shame the next mom for something, like we should be just as quick to pick up the next mom or to help the
Always.
next
I feel
mom
like it
or
should.
to check into the next mom or to ask about the guilt
you
or are you
okay?
okay? Like
Do you need to drop a
normalize
kid off so you
that.
can go
Like
Yes,
everyone is
collect your
so
thoughts?
quick
I love-
to
yeah.
pick on like what you're doing wrong, but like, can you
How do we
hype me up when I'm doing
fix
something
it?
right? Because I
Yeah.
probably need that
More than anything.
encouragement that day more than you think. I don't know. I feel like the conversation of feeling guilty or not feeling like you're enough,
yeah.
we have to talk about it more.
I think that's so true because, yeah, it from this and how many moms have replied to
Yes.
this, it's for sure it needs to be brought up more.
It has to be something that like you said, brought up more because I was honestly surprised with how many people responded
And with
to it.
and it's not just, yes, I have mom guilt.
And there's a variety of
of different mom guilt.
stories.
It's a variety of, like, I've had, you know, I now have my 4th kid and now I feel guilty because I'm sure, like, I don't know how it is to feel to have a 2nd kid or a 3rd kid, but I'm sure there's maybe a form of guilt of maybe like spreading your love at times. And
it's a lot. This one was interesting. Feelings, feeling constantly overstimulated by my overly affectionate child.
Oh, wow.
Like, yeah, I could relate to that too because there's times where my work does pull me away, but there's a lot of times where I'm at home, and especially like recently as I'm reconfiguring life, it's like, you know, it's the hugs, but it's also like, let me tackle you. Let me just jump on your head, and I'm trying to get it together and piece things back together, but it's like
you're getting knocked in the head at the same time
from 2 ways, or it's like, hey mom, I want a hug, or I just want to hold you. Like my boys feel me too, and they're just want to give love right now, and it's
But that's a thing, being overstimulated and feeling guilty of like pushing your kid away.
I'm like, why you're
can relate
loving
to
me?
that.
And sometimes I'm like, I just want to punch you, and I want you to go away.
There was somebody who wrote that on here. I think I reposted it, and they had said something about working remotely while caring for my baby boy, feeling present and absent all in one.
Yes.
And I'm like, that sticks out because you're home, but you're working, and it's like you need to focus on your work, but at the same time, if your baby's crying, like you have to go over there. It's like, how do you manage home and work?
Yeah, that's
if it's in the same place.
Struggle that I really like when I was in DC, just because it's like I'm working to change my situation, and then Zaire, like he's such a sponge stage, and I see his curiosity, I see like what he's into, so it's like my day would just be totally clusterfucked because I'm like, I gotta work, but I'm like, oh, let me go do blocks with you. Let's go play with these cars, and then I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm in mom mode, you know? Let me spend time with my baby because I can't get this time back.
Yeah.
And
But at the same time,
I'm like, I have to work. So I was fortunate enough to where, you know, homie was taking care of the rent, so I didn't have that stress. So there were times where I was able to remove myself. But now that I'm home, I'm like, I don't have this luxury. Like, I'm trying to figure it the fuck out. And it's what do we do for this guilt? Like for me, it's like I do my best to be like, let me not stress over what I can't control, or it's like, let me go pray, let me lean into my faith more. Like there was someone here where I read him, I'm like, you know what, like that's nothing to be guilty about. Like that's just you better go take a little quick prayer, burn something, send that off to the heavens, and like let that thing go.
I feel like when it's work related, you have to find the positive in that. So let's be thankful that you have a job.
You have a job.
You know what I mean? Like, let's be
And
thankful
you're working
that
hard.
you're able to work to create this lifestyle, whatever it is, for your child. Now,
and also communicating
like,
your needs
that-
with your work as well. Like, because sometimes you're learning what you need as work is going. So you might say, hey, I can't do this full workload. Like, or I need to change my responsibilities so that I can figure out this balance that.
sometimes you don't
You're
have
in.
an
Sometimes
option.
you I know
to
you don't.
not-
I know
was
you
just
don't.
about to
do
say
it.
that
Like,
because
if your overhead is so much,
I know.
then you don't have the
You don't
option to
have the
say, let
option
me
to say, I
cut
can't-
off this work over
No,
here.
it's not putting off, but just communicating, say, with your boss, your supervisor, your
But
team.
sometimes
like,
they don't
hey,
care.
Hey, little John,
It's
can
like,
you help
it's-
me with
but
this?
it's it.
You know,
I feel like
you
in
can
my
still try.
industry, I can't say, oh, I can't do that because then I
Yeah.
won't get jobs anymore.
Right.
If I keep saying no to a job, okay, Shannon's never available.
Right.
I will get the next person that is available.
Yeah,
So I
that's
can't,
true.
for myself,
You can't say
I
no.
can't say no. I have to say yes
Yeah.
because I need
You don't
that.
have the option.
I don't have
to
the
say no.
option. At my, they'll give me these dates, and I just have to be like, yo, this is what this is what I manifest for myself. This is what I wanted,
Mhm.
and I have to figure out my balance because I've been struggling with mom guilt because of my workload. But I have to figure out, when I do have my off weeks, let me be more present at school. Let me be more present and let Parker know that mommy is taking you to and from school.
And I feel like you
Yeah.
do a good
You do,
job
yeah.
with doing activities and like
I
taking
really
Parker
do
here
my
and going
best.
Parker here. I be
I
looking
do
at
my
Shannon's page and
best.
I'm like, God damn it, let me get my kids out the house.
Yeah,
like,
Shannon-
I do my
Shannon is
best
really
because
good
I
at
feel like
like-
you do a good job with it.
And there's been a few times where some parents came for Shannon talking about, we don't see your birthdays. And I wanted to say, that's because she's out with her kid at the museum, the beach, the park.
Well, that
Like-
parent for sure, and another parent witnessed that, and they were like, "You're a working mom.
Yeah.
Like you didn't have to explain to him that." And it was a dad who came for me at the birthday party. He was like, "I don't see you at all these birthday parties. I don't always. This is the first time." Well, dude, my weekends are usually booked. This is when I usually work.
Yeah.
But I'm a working parent. I do my best. If I can get Parker to the birthday party with somebody else, then so be it. But if I
All
can't,
Parker cares about is going to the birthday party.
right? Parker,
Not who's taking him.
right?
I remember when Shannon and I were talking, we were like, F that dad. He could have been like, hey, I see you're not at the birthday parties. Do you need me to pick Parker up so he
Yeah,
can,
or
do you need help?
something.
Like, if you
There's
see
a mom
that
like that
something's
at
going
Ryder's
on, like,
school. Who
Yeah.
There was one day I
Ugh.
was picking her up, and I always park. I go and walk
Yeah.
in so I can see the teachers and stuff. And there was this mom one day, and me and Zach were walking, and she was like, funny to see you on campus. Oh, and I'm like, I'm always on campus. Like,
yeah,
where are you at?
always at the school.
I'm literally always at the school. And I was thinking, was she coming for me? And Zach was like, that was strange. And I'm like, yeah, like maybe just because we don't drop off at the same time, we have an
Right,
hour
then you don't
window to
see
drop
me.
off. You don't see me. Like, I want to say, bitch, what?
Who are
But
you?
I was just like,
But see,
Like,
at that moment,
for what?
at that moment, like you said, we need to uplift each other. Like we don't
Right.
need to bring other parents down. You do not
Yeah.
know
Yeah,
the situation.
I just would never be shouting that from across the parking lot. Like, make that make
Wait.
sense.
Like you
to
never
me.
know if that was a guilty thing for you.
Exactly.
You don't know.
Exactly.
Let's
it just
keep uplifting us as parents, as single parents, as working parents, as whatever type of parents. Like,
yeah. Like, for example, on YouTube, we show a lot more of like our in-home, everyday lives,
Mhm.
daily things. And there was a few people who were really questioning like why we have a nanny for Ace.
Mhm.
And at first I was like, I'm like really defensive about it.
Mhm.
And then I was like, I'm not defensive about this shit. I fucking love Isabel. Like,
Right.
I don't have to be defensive about it. And I kind of talked to somebody on YouTube about how when I had Ryder, I didn't have a nanny. Like, I had Ryder by myself, and I was still working, and I was still doing everything. And I had really bad postpartum. Like, I really
Yeah.
struggled. I lost all my weight. Like, I was a
Mhm.
walking stick. Like, I really was in a really bad place. So when we had Ace, I didn't want to get a nanny. I wanted to figure it out. I figured it out with Ryder. I'll figure it out with Ace. It was probably like Ace was like 2 months, and Zach was like, we need help. You need help
Mhm.
because you're struggling and you're trying to do too much in work and kid and all these different things, and you're doing all these activities and like you're struggling, so let's get help. Best decision I could have made.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like, for me, working from home, if Ace is crying and I'm filming, or if Ace is crying and I'm packing nail polish, or if Ace is crying and I'm trying to do something, like, now there's a second hand who can help me, and I don't feel guilty about that.
Do you want a joint nanny with me?
Her kid's at school.
I know, but like after school on the weekends,
I'm like, she doesn't.
like for the boys, like just someone who may like do things with them every now and then. It doesn't have to be all the time. Maybe like 2 times a week. I'm looking for somebody to like me.
But like, for example,
I want, like,
if
a
I
joint,
couldn't,
like,
if I couldn't
joint
afford to have a
person.
nanny, because I get that that is a luxury. I get that
Yeah.
that is something that not everybody can have. I always ask myself, would I put Ace in daycare during this time so that I could get work done? And I would. There's no way humanly possible I would be able to do all the things I do and have Ace during the day and have him get attention. You know what I mean? Like,
it's
I would have to put him in
It'd be a lot.
daycare.
Yeah.
And that's a decision that we would have to make. Where I feel like with Ryder, I was so against putting her anywhere. I wanted you right next to me all day long.
Right. No, I feel that. Yeah.
And I'm like, is that weird? Should I feel guilty about that? Should I feel guilty
No.
that I didn't want
But I feel
Ryder
like
to be
you're-
with anybody? And with Ace, I'm like, you can go to daycare and have a nanny. And with Ryder, I was like, don't move.
But I think you
sit right
but
here.
for
Thinking
yourself,
about
I
it,
feel like you
too.
have a good situation because you do have him near you,
Yeah.
and like you said, like, but you have the time to go do your work at work. Like you're at, you work at home, so you need that time to like you needed a balance. So that's your balance.
Right. Quick thing, so random,
Container Store shy.
but I filmed a YouTube the other day in the life like vlog,
Uh-huh.
and I was cleaning a lot in this video, and I'm like, nobody wants to watch me clean.
No.
Y'all, people want to watch you declutter.
No.
I
that's the
did
whole
not
thing.
know that is a whole world in the YouTube world.
There's like
Girl.
a Netflix.
I
of
did not know
decluttering.
that.
Wait, did you know that after she had a baby, she was like decluttering and all this little organization stuff is not her number one priority anymore. She was like the Marie Kondo lady.
Oh, I'm
is
like,
that her
who are you
name?
talking about?
Yeah, I saw some article.
Yeah,
Was like, organizing
someone was
lady.
like coming for me like, how dare you fast forward the cleaning parts?
Oh, no.
I'm like,
There's a mom that
That's
I want
funny.
to bring on who like does this whole like non-toxic lifestyle where she would just literally record videos for her YouTube of her cleaning different areas
I
of her
did not know
house.
that was a thing. I'm about to go
Yes.
home and clean more and just feel myself cleaning.
Cleaning,
Literally,
yes.
people were like,
It's therapeutic.
watching you cleaning was so therapeutic. And I'm like, do I need to start watching people clean?
Yes.
Like, do
Maybe.
I need
People
to
who
see
make
that?
their
feel good
own,
about
like
yourself.
they make their own little like.
Because I be watching
sprays.
the ASMR videos, and I'm like, am I weird?
No, I enjoy them.
I get hungry, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go eat now.
Yeah.
Like, I really am like, is this odd?
Motivating people to clean and declutter.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yes.
Maybe I need to watch you clean, Shy.
Okay.
It's a no.
If you guys are experiencing mom guilt, what is one way, like, as your support system or like your friend, your sister, like, what can I do or what can we do for each other in those moments to help pick each other up? Like, do we want to get ourselves a keyword where it's like, girl, this is mom guilt? Like, how do we release this? Or is it like,
I don't have an answer for
I
that
don't
because
either.
I
Let's think
think that
about it.
I'm at the place that I feel like I feel guilty for having guilt because why should I be guilty if that
Because
makes any
you're
sense?
blessed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm blessed. I have a good life. My kids are healthy. Like, she goes to a great school. We just got this house. We just got married. Like,
so,
and so with the days where I feel guilty, I'm like, you're not supposed to feel guilty.
so rather
You
than
think-
when those moments we feel guilty, let's have a moment of like gratitude. Like,
but sometimes it's not that easy.
I know
it isn't to pick yourself back up.
It's
you know,
not.
like,
But we
to tell
gotta
yourself,
reprogram
oh,
ourselves.
Right.
because sometimes I'll be in the car just going spiraling like,
Yeah.
oh.
Shannon in these car rides,
Yo, we need to put a GoPro in Shannon's car.
I mean, listening to the music like,
I
sure.
think that it's a good question to ask you guys that are listening because I feel like I need tips on what Kyle's question was. I don't have an
Sometimes
answer.
it's like tapping, like, do we
Yeah,
need to
when I did my
reset
tapping,
ourselves,
yeah.
like grounding ourselves? It's like, there's moments where I'll be looking at Zaire and he's just screaming at me, throwing food, and I'm like, baby, I gotta send this email out. And then I'm like,
But he doesn't understand that.
He doesn't understand.
Right.
And
He's
I used to be
email.
like, oh my, yeah, I'd sitting there going crazy. Like, do I finish my email and press, and literally just all I have to do is press send, or like, do I go get my child? Man, I'll go get my child. I don't press send until the day's been over.
But I think
then it's like,
sometimes-
I just have to just take those moments and be like, I did get the email out. I
Right.
didn't get it out when I wanted to, but I did complete that task.
Exactly.
And I did give my kid attention, and he was okay. And then
Did
I'll
you
be
pick up
like,
the food that he threw?
oh,
I'm just kidding.
my imaginary maid.
JK. The other day, Ace threw a bunch of food, and I forgot a blueberry, and y'all know how OCD Zach is, and I think he stepped on it.
Stop.
And I literally
Poor
looked
Zach.
away so quick, like, I don't know how that got there.
a
Stop.
blueberry.
Zach was not feeling good, and Cheyenne and like the house was, the kid's kid. The kids are being kids. We eat. There was food all over the place. They've been playing, and then it was like, Zach is thinking about coming down soon. We were both like,
Everybody was running to clean
Everybody
up.
was like, clean up.
Even Isabel, Ace's nanny, she's like, Zach's coming soon. I'm like, yeah. She's like, let's do it. Like, we literally know, like, we have to hurry up and clean before
Yes.
he
And I'm like,
comes.
I'm sitting here shocked talking to Cheyenne, like, do we need to bring a therapist in for Zach's OCD? Like,
No,
is
I
this
love
a
that he's
concern?
so
And Cheyenne's
clean.
like, shh.
Yeah, be quiet.
Let him clean. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
girl, you're
does it give him
tripping.
anxiety? Is he okay? Is he stressed? We can address the other things. He can still clean. And Cheyenne was like,
no,
he's
I love my
fine.
clean husband.
no,
He is
literally,
fine.
Cheyenne was like, I think my husband's good. And I was
Yeah.
like, heard, sis.
Let that man clean. That man wakes up, cleans, goes to sleep, clean, and I love it. I am not complaining about that.
I make my bed now when I go to Cheyenne and Zach's house, and I'm like, look, Zach.
Literally, she's like, come look at my area. It's so clean, right? And I'm like, if you don't stop trying to show off.
That's funny.
Do you
Oh
guys
my
have
gosh.
anything to share or WTS from this week?
Cheyenne and I saved a person from
Y'all.
a car.
That
We were on
In
our
the
way
rain.
in the rain. We were on our. I've been burning to tell this story. Like, I've been sitting on it for 2 days, and I was like, "Who can I call?" And be like,
you called me
I
that
called
day.
Shannon, and I felt so bad because I was just so in my own like WTF. I didn't fully
but
check in with you.
No, but you said I didn't. Not to be a bad. Like, I know
didn't know what I was about to tell
I
you.
didn't. No. I didn't know you were telling me, and I was in my feels
and I
that
felt
day.
so terrible afterwards.
But you did take a minute because you're like, oh, I'll call you back, and I was like, oh, it's okay. She probably won't. She'll, you're a mom.
Yeah,
you're-
because I
but
told
you
Shannon.
called me back, so thank you.
I told Shannon this whole WTF I'm about to tell you. And then she was like, girl, I got a whole WTF. And I was like, I can't handle it right now. I'm so sorry, but I'm going to call you back. And then I called her back, and her WTF was like so much real, like way crazier than mine. And I was like, oh, I'm a bitch. I'm a terrible
That's
friend
where that
today.
bad friend comes into play. That bad
Oh.
friend is lurking.
Yo, I felt so guilty. I had
Can
real
you tell us your
friend
WTF,
guilt.
Kyle?
Okay, Cheyenne and I are on our way to film. We're literally approaching our exit. I see the exit sign. I can't talk all of a sudden. Boz and I are in the back seat. Cheyenne's in the passenger seat. She's on her phone. We're all going through this stuff. All of a sudden, I look up, and this white Toyota Tundra is flying off the freeway. It looked like God just said, flick. And it was like a little toy car that said, like, just hard right, rolled
Sound
into
effects.
trees, bush, side of the freeway. All of a sudden, I'm screaming, call 911, Cheyenne, call 911. And Cheyenne's like, what are you, like, what is it? What is it? I'm like, the car's in the car flew. So we call 911. We pull over. It's pouring rain.
I just got my hair done.
Cheyenne literally just got her hair
In case
done.
anybody cares.
And she had copper bonds. It was a new technique. Shout out to Jasmine. So it was like her natural hair was out with the weave hair. But she had a beanie, thank God, or else she would have been looking really
I would have
like
looked crazy.
Shaka Khan, the type. What is
I
it?
actually
The
took a picture when
lion.
I got home. If I'm feeling real confident and bold, I might put the picture on
It
this
was
podcast.
like you could see like the straight weave hair, and then her hair was like
poof.
I want to be free.
And you know, like, if you don't wet your hair all the way and it's like a little wet and you
Yeah,
just
it's
gotta
like
press,
Cream-
it like stinks.
It smells like-
it has a certain smell, and I just kept smelling
yeah,
it.
I was
and I'm
like, wet dog.
wet fucking dog, bro. All because we want to be good Samaritans. But
So this car is literally like pinned into the tree bush on the side of the road. We couldn't get to the passenger door because it was like blocked off. So all the airbags have been deployed. We opened the back passenger seat because that's the only door we could open. What happened when we opened that car door, Shy?
Why did you do it like that? Y'all, Kyle
at that moment, I was just like...
Kyle's on the phone with 911 because y'all know I don't know directions.
Cheyenne called 911 and was like, I don't know where we are.
Kept asking me all these questions. I'm like, look, bro, I can't. I gave Kyle the phone. I'm like, I'll deal with the man.
Yeah.
So I opened the car door and like beer cans fall out.
Yes.
The car is just, it
Reeking.
stinks so bad. There's shit everywhere. I'm talking to the guy. I'm telling him he has to like climb towards me.
Yeah.
Or we're like, are you okay?
To
Because
get
like
out.
I could see
How
blood.
How was the truck? Was it?
It was upright.
Oh, it was upright.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
upright. It was
flipped
just blocked.
to where it was upright, but his door was locked in with the tree. So I kind of climbed underneath the
climbed in?
airbag.
Yeah, you had to climb
like
in
to talk to him.
Talk to him.
So I'm like, "Are you okay?" And he's kind of like just out of it. So we're thinking, okay, he's probably in shock. His face was bleeding, and then I saw all the
And
beer
then it was
cans,
like,
and then I'm like, okay,
English
I think
or
he's
Spanish?
intoxicated.
Yeah.
We couldn't figure out if it was English or Spanish, and then I realized
We're both
it
speaking
was,
English and Spanish.
I
then
realized
it was like,
it was drunk talk.
I'm
Like
just-
that's what it was.
Yeah,
I'm
It wasn't.
drunk and
It
in
wasn't
shock.
anything but that. So now at this point, like half of my legs are like dangling from out of his
Yeah.
truck because I'm like
and we're in mud.
in his truck trying to figure out how to get him out of his truck. And mind you, it's just Kyle and I with this man.
And the reason why at this point we're like, let's get out, and because I give the directions or tell him where we are, and then I turn around and I see smoke coming out. So I'm like,
Kyle was
I'm
screaming
like, is
at
the car
me.
on fire? Because it's like the front of the car was like, it was like scrunched
It was
up.
totaled.
So I'm like,
Kyle's literally
I'm like, Cheyenne,
screaming
back
at me
up.
to get out of the
I
car.
said, back up.
I'm
And
screaming at her, I'm not gonna leave him.
So I'm looking underneath the car to see if anything's leaking. I'm trying to I'm looking for other clues,
It was
environmental
so
like
dramatic.
smells. And at that point, and mind you, it's pouring down rain. My kids are in the back seat, like crying in the car. What's going on? And I'm trying to comfort them, trying to get Cheyenne.
She's trying to get me out of the car. I refuse to get out of the car.
Trying to also talk to this man and make sure that he's okay, assess his injuries.
So
And
then
at
comes
this
running
point,
up this other guy, this
I'm
young
waving
guy comes
people.
up, and this is Dante from Jersey. If anybody knows if anybody knows a Dante from Jersey, we're looking for you, bro.
He said he's from Camden.
He was really nice. He
Yes.
comes running over. He's like, "How can I help?"
We're
and
like,
I'm like,
"Get
"Help
the
me get
man!"
him out of the car
Yeah.
because I can't physically get
We
this
couldn't
man
pull him
out."
Yeah.
So Dante gets under the thing that I was under. He's like, "You hold the door open. I'm gonna pull him out."
and it's
So
a big guy.
He pulls him out.
And by then, I waved down another
And-
trucker.
He looks at me, and Dante had like a funny accent. He looks at me with his accent. He's like, "He's fucked up," and I'm like, "Yeah." And then he drops the man. It was literally the
He didn't drop. No, okay.
He like drops the man. The man almost rolls down this
No,
hill.
the
Kyle's
man-
screaming.
I'm screaming to put the man on the ground. Lay him out on the ground. Because if he's got any internal wounds, he needs to be laid on the ground. Because if he's standing up, will make it worse. And because he was so intoxicated, he didn't know what was going on. There was a downhill. I saw rocks, and I could not explain, hey, we pulled this man out the car, but then he died because we let him fall down this hill head first.
Dante because Dante was
No.
too occupied.
And when I tell you, he literally stood up and was like, "Ah!"
No, he literally almost fell down the hill. It was bad.
like, catch the man.
Yeah.
And then they wanted to sit him on like
A rail.
and I was like,
That didn't work either.
ground. Put him on the ground. So he finally got him on the ground. At that point, that man was like, I've been drinking a long time.
It was really,
It was a
really
lot.
sad.
We were out there for at least 35 minutes. There was an accident that happened a little bit further up the road before we called. So like ambulance and
We're, like,
police were passing us, and we're like in the rain. It's really rain. There's mud, like, and my mom and now the film crew and JC are
Everybody's
all
looking for
freaked out
us.
looking for us. They're trying to get to us, but the southbound freeway closed down because of the other accident, so they
damn.
it
couldn't
was
get
a
to us.
mess.
The kids got on the phone with my mom and they're screaming. So my mom's like, leave those people and give me my
Leave the
kids.
man. I'm like, Mom, he's literally bleeding. I'm literally holding
We're
this
like,
man's face, like
yes,
his
he's got a
eyebrow
whole
together.
gash.
God.
And then she's like, "Is there blood on you? Is this blood on you?" I'm like, "Okay, come on, bro. Like, what? Mom, goodbye." I literally was like, "Mom, I'm gonna call
Goodbye,
you later."
right.
we
Like,
just had
stop.
to get off the phone with her. So the people finally do come. And they, I had to give a statement. It was intense. And yeah, the guy was like, "Are they taking me away?" It was like, "Yes, sir."
Aww.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really sad.
Yeah.
But he kept asking, like, did I hurt anyone? And I was like, no.
Yeah, he did ask if he hurt anyone.
And then he said, well, can I just get back in my truck? I'm like,
No.
no. Like, it doesn't work like that either. And then at one point, he looked at me and then looked at Dante, who was also black, and he said, is that your dad? And I'm like, no. like, no. Like,
but we just wanted to keep talking to him.
To keep him awake.
Yeah, because every now and then he would just kind of like,
kind of doze off.
We're like, no.
So once the ambulance and the police came, Kyle and I get back in our car, and we just sit there and look at each other. We're soaking wet. We're muddy.
Like, I have mud between, like, my toes.
I look like a wet dog.
And I had slides on.
Girl.
I
It was
literally
all
had
bad.
to rinse my feet off in the water streaming down the freeway.
Yep.
So that's part 1 of this day. So then part 2, we go to filming, and they're like, okay, guys, let's film.
They're like, turn 2 heaters on and just
Dry
warm
off.
them up enough to film. And I'm standing there, like, literally shaking. I feel like
Damn.
we
I'm
were
getting-
so cold.
it was so cold. And I'm just like,
and it's like our pants are wet.
What did you
Cheyenne's
have to
shoes
film?
and socks.
They didn't have no mercy
Girl,
for y'all.
We
No.
did a walkthrough
No
for
mercy.
Ryder's
No mercy
birthday
was
venue.
given.
Yeah, we filmed a full scene, and then we left. My mom and Dave were there. They took Cheyenne home. I've got the boys. I'm on my way back to LA. I think I'm in shock. All of a sudden, I gotta pee. If you guys know me,
Her bladder is
my
very-
bladder is very whimsical. And
Whimsical.
It's got a
It's-
mind of its own. The other day we went to a trampoline place.
She
I
peed
could
every
only
second.
I could only jump 2 times.
She jumped. She said, "Shannon,
I jumped 2 times, and I
Oh
was
my
like,
God.
"Oh, I can't do this. My pelvic floor is extremely weak." So
Maybe you need to Kegel.
no, I'm actually about to start with my friend's trainer, who was like, he was there as well. He was a dad. He was like, "I can help you with that," because I was like, "Oh my God!" I jumped twice, and I was like, "I gotta pee." I went to the bathroom, peed, came back. It still happened. So then I was like, "Oh my God, am I pregnant?" Like, I literally had this whole crazy rabbit hole of like
Whoa.
peeing and all this stuff. I'm not pregnant, you guys.
Whoa.
Thank Lord.
are you sure?
Whoa.
It's Shark Week
Why
right
did
now.
we say that?
No, because I was like, why is my bladder being so sensitive
I have
and like peeing and
5
all this
more
stuff?
minutes or 10 more minutes.
So on my way
Whatever.
home, I'm like, I really gotta pee. It's pouring rain. I don't want to take my kids out the car, but I was like, if I don't pee, I'm gonna pee on myself. I called Cheyenne. I'm like, what do? I had a cup in my hand. I was ready to pull over and try and pee into this cup. Cheyenne was like, just pee into a diaper. Guys, I peed into 2 diapers.
I thought it was a good idea.
It was
was
a
a
good
good
idea,
idea.
but it was still like, you should have seen me on the
I
side
love
of the
that
freeway.
It was 2 diapers.
It was 2 diapers.
I said, let me know how it goes. Call me back when you're done. She calls me back. She goes, it was 2 diapers. I said, damn.
I didn't know. And
She
it was
told
like,
me it was a slow pee too.
Oh, yeah.
I told her
She
you had to go
said-
slow stream.
slow stream or else you're gonna be in a puddle. And there's
Yeah.
a few times where
I've done it before.
I got a little excited and I was like, oh, slow stream.
You have to slow stream it, or it's gonna be a puddle, and then you're gonna have some backsplash. All right.
Yeah, I was peeing over the course of 8 minutes.
You have to really focus.
You
while
have to
peeing.
focus.
And
You gotta
Bob-
slow stream it. It can't be a hard pee, or it's gonna
Bob,
splash.
kids say-
Boss kept saying, Mom, what are you doing up there? And I was like, just look at your iPad. I felt like in Bridesmaids when she was like, look away. Look
Oh my
away."
God, it's happening.
It's happening. Yeah, but then I was so relieved. And then when I got home, I still had to pee some more. I think I peed and I sent you a video.
you
I
sent
was
me a
like,
video, and you were like, "I'm still peeing."
peeing.
I'm like, gross. Shannon, I know you don't want to share your WTF this week, but do you have any advice?
My advice from my WTF from this week would be, I think teach your kids. 1, make sure what you're saying at home, whatever you feel, whatever you're saying at home, you're not saying around your kids, or just have, I don't know, literally my brain right now, like I just want parents to be aware of what they're saying at home and what they're teaching at home, because things start at home. And your kids hear you no matter what you think your kids are listening to or what you're saying and how quiet you're being. Your kids hear you guys. So teaching start at home.
Mhm.
And make sure you're a good parent. Like, not saying that parents are bad, But just be aware of what you're saying. Be aware of what you're teaching your kids at home. Be aware of what your kids are learning on their iPads or whatever the case may be. If
They'll tell
and
on you.
they will tell on you, and it comes out in different forms.
Yeah.
So rather that being your kid being a bully at school, rather that being something that your kid will say to another kid. This week I've learned that, there needs to be a change, and I'm making that happen for my child. So I just want you guys to know, like, your kids hear you. Your kids are listening to whatever arguments you guys are having, whatever discussions you are having about your opinions in life. And I just need parents to be more aware.
Yeah.
And to be making sure that we are raising these beautiful little humans into strong humans and not breaking the next kid or
Anti-racist
Yeah.
humans. That is what the goal is for these children.
My week has been really heavy, and I'm still pretty heavy, and I don't think it'll go away for a while, but
That's
I think
okay.
I'm actually really proud of myself. Most people see me as very quiet, very to myself, but when it comes to my kid, it comes to certain things, I am not quiet. I am very feisty.
I think you're a really good advocate for Parker.
I do
Thank
And
you.
that's what you're doing right now.
Yeah.
It's not being
Yes.
feisty or nasty or sassy. I
No.
think you're advocating for him.
Yeah, and I'm very proud of myself of the way I'm handling what I'm going through, and
Good.
my voice for Parker, the teachings of Parker, and how I'm raising him. It just shows that, Parker is in a loving environment, and he is being raised by a great mom. To give myself
Can you
a
say
pat
that a
on-
little louder?
And
That's
sometimes I don't
real.
see that,
Yeah.
but I'm proud of myself. So yeah,
I'm proud of you.
thank
Proud of
you.
you too.
Thank you.
It was
I just want to
crazy.
share.
It was really crazy.
So I feel like a lot of you guys know me from like MTV World,
Mm-hmm.
and my first show I did was Are You the One? And I'm still really close with some of my castmates from Are You the One? Nelson being one, and he had just shared with everybody that he's gotten into a really bad car accident. And he also posted yesterday on his page his GoFundMe. So if you guys are feeling inclined to go, he needs help with his medical expenses. His Instagram is _ Nelson Thomas, and you can see his posts. Like, his leg is jacked up, his arms are jacked up.
He has a video of the
He's
situation.
trying to like literally figure out how to get his leg like reconstructed. It's just really crazy. But I just want to share that he does have a GoFundMe posted. I've had a few people reach out, like, what can we do for Nelson?
Yeah.
Of course, prayers are first, but if you can donate to his page, I know that he would really appreciate it. Nelson's one of, like, the nicest,
so sweet.
sweetest
So sweet.
people ever, and I hate to see, like, anybody go through anything, but him in particular, I just feel really bad.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to share that he does have a GoFundMe up if anyone, and you can drop $1. I feel like it's
I
just
feel like
like
anything.
Man, $1 is $1. $1
hey, he has
helps.
like 200,000 followers. If everybody dropped $1,
that
Literally.
would be
that would cover his
amazing.
expenses. Like,
That's so real.
just
Ooh.
$1. So I don't know. Go look at his page. Go send him some prayers or well wishes or just some encouraging words. I feel like he's one of those people that fitness is such a huge part of his
Yeah.
life. The challenge is a huge part of his life. And as a friend to him, I know that he is probably going to struggle, as far as not being able to
Recovering, yeah.
do the same things that he's been doing right now. And it's so weird because right before his accident, he had just asked if I would do this workout video with him. And I'm like, bro, I will say yes off of the strength of our friendship. But I swear to God, if you try to make me look stupid working out next to you, we're going to have some issues.
Because if you see his videos,
his
he's
videos
going
are
hard.
so intense. So I'm just like, we're not on the same level, but sure.
But
so
you know what? This video is gonna come out one day.
I'm just
after his recovery and his
I just want him
healing,
to have a really
you owe
good
him a video.
recovery so that he can get back to doing what
Yeah.
he's good at. And the challenge and fitness is his world. So let's all just keep Nelson in our prayers. And If you're able to give financially, give financially. If not, just pray for him and go send him some good wishes and
share. You
stuff
can
like
also
that.
share. Sometimes you never know who
can.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's my tidbit for the week.
Well, thank you guys
Like,
for tuning in to the Think Loud crew.
I feel like today was a little heavy.
I feel like our last few,
I feel like it's okay.
but it's okay.
Oh, it's okay. It's real life.
Because that's why
It's
people
real.
come to watch us and learn from us. Yeah, I feel our last episodes have been really real, and we're back together, and I think we are feeling each other. We've been lifing with each other,
I'm so happy to be back. I'm still processing, and I'm just like, to be able to look across at the two of you.
Hi.
Like, to be able to call you guys and be
I
like,
know.
hey, I'm coming over. Like, Shannon and I both were busy last night, but it was so good to be like, I texted her. I was like, I wish we could go get drinks or something. And she was like, oh my God, like, girl. And I was just in my mind, I was like, it's coming. It's coming. Yeah. But just to be able to know that I can do that in the same city is like the world of difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand that.
It is so real. But thank you guys for all your continued love and support. I really feel like the crew has been like this last month has been a really different, overwhelming sense of love and care and appreciation. And like, I see y'all, like us three women who are just literally out here trying to make it happen and making it happen for ourselves and our kids. So thank you guys for all of your support. It really, really has helped me recently because your girl has been feeling like I've been holding on by threads, but keep it going. Go tell your crew about our crew. Make sure you go check us out on all your favorite podcast platforms and YouTube at the Think Loud crew. And don't forget to comment and like, subscribe, turn on those notifications, and keep the messages and the positivity flowing because
We're here for it.
yeah, we're here for it, and we want to be support to you. So, yeah, go follow us at Think Loud Crew, and you can find me at R. Kyle Lynn.
You can follow me at Hair by Shanan C.
You can follow me